45 minutes later if we're going anywhere. Holy moly. I know, that's what I say. All right. Easy Street video live. I'm here. Come on, kids. Come join me. I see myself. Oh my gosh, that was so painful. Yes, I'm on. I'm on, baby. Come on and let's play. There is the link. We're live, Bimbo. See?
Okay, but did you invite anybody?
Yeah, I got the link.
Yeah, but you guys,
You see the link, Mark?
yeah, I'm on my way.
All right. Whew, that was painful.
I'm so.
All right. See you in a bit. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
I know he's there now. You gonna come sit here? You're gonna sit back there the entire time. Now I can't see Mark. Hey, Mark, are you there? I can't see you now.
Because he uses his phone. Is my phone off?
He's there. Oh my gosh. This has been such a painful night. Maybe it was just not meant to be. Just
No.
Mark.
No, in the chat.
Mark and me.
Oh.
But now Mark's not viewable. I don't have him muted. He's all good. Move, edit name. He's all good. But I can't.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Maybe Mark came in the back door. Hey, Mark.
Hi, can you see me now?
I can't hear you.
Can you see me?
Are you messing with me now?
Can you see me? Can you see
Oh,
me?
what? I have no video. Type it. Can you type me what you're saying? I can see you. I can't hear you. StreamYard, don't upgrade. You're killing me here. You're killing me. Okay. Well,
I think you have me muted.
Mark, did you mute yourself? Nobody's
No.
muted on my end. I can mute you. I muted you now. Now you're unmuted.
Okay, can you hear me?
Are you there? Say something now, Mark, please. Nothing. I'll be a son of a gun. If it isn't one thing, it's another. Maybe Chris Leclerc could help me. You're unmuted.
Okay, can you hear me? You can't hear me.
Can you say something?
Yeah. I
Talk.
can't.
You can't? It's funny. I see you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can see your like thing moving like you're giving audio, but I can't hear anything. That's the craziest dang thing. I am beyond frustrated tonight.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Is the laptop muted?
I'll try one more thing. One more thing.
Oh, that's Bimbo, I think, figured it out. No, it's not muted.
I'll try one more
Is
thing.
this plugged
One
in?
more thing.
This one's hanging.
That's
This one's
Bimbo,
plugged
I think,
in.
figured it out.
Audio? No, it's not muted.
I'll try one more thing.
Is this plugged
One
in?
more thing.
This one's hanging.
That's
I think we're gonna have to do that tonight, or Bimbo and I can do ours on our own. Because it doesn't show me as having you muted. Let's try Mrs. Hopkins. I'm gonna let her in. Hey, how's it going? How's it going, Mrs. Hopkins?
Hi. Hi.
Can you hear me? Can you say anything?
Yeah. I can hear you. Can you hear
I
me?
can't even see if she's talking. I can't hear anybody.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Bad echo.
Can you hear me, Mrs.
Oh my
Hopkins?
gosh.
Yes.
You can hear me?
Yes.
How about
You're
now?
saying yes. Are you saying yes,
Anything?
Mrs. Hopkins?
Holy
Yes.
Christ.
I can hear you.
Oh,
And I've
okay.
got
So this,
Bimbo here, like she's gonna help me, right? Can you all talk to each other?
yeah,
Are y'all talking to each
Okay.
other?
yeah.
Mark, you can hear
Yeah.
Martha? Martha, you can hear Mark?
I can hear Mark.
I can't. We got the computer tech back in. Uno momento. Oh gosh. This is the worst.
What a weird
I'm gonna
thing.
hammer some heads.
Oh, I hear Mark on this one.
So it's just this audio.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead and plug this in your ear.
I can't put those in my ear. I'll hold it. Hey, welcome to the
Hi.
show. Oh,
Thanks.
Let me get you
Lord.
new. You have
Can you
more
hear
of these,
Mrs.
right?
Hopkins?
It's like,
Can you hear
Oh,
me?
So
I see
painful.
Bimbo has something
Oh, you figured
on
it
in her
out.
hand.
but this one's probably, this one's probably crap or was plugged into.
Yay,
It could have been
Chris.
just loose.
Yay, Chris does it.
I'm so flustered. That is so, I apologize, everyone. Like we did nothing since we were last live. We just booted it up. I went live and nothing worked. That's so weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you tell Bimbo went to the aquarium today?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I haven't uploaded the video
Oh, it's
yet.
a
It's a hammerhead shark.
it's a hammerhead. Yes.
This is
Yeah.
shot. That's why.
So
Cool.
anyway,
Where do you have your stash of other earbuds? Do I just use that one or? Do you...
I've
Oh,
got
yeah, yeah.
my headphones. Well, my headphones.
Let's-
I put them right there.
She likes the stethoscope style ones instead of the.
No, but
Ones
I've
I
got my
use.
big
No, we've
headphones.
got them right here.
Oh.
No, they won't.
Let me try.
We're trying to get Bimbo hooked up. It should be fine. So let's get started. Oh gosh.
Oh, yeah, it's coming through.
Mrs. Hopkins, do you have anyone you have to cook for tonight?
No.
Is everybody okay with the
This is
time if we
coming through.
continue and try and do it quick?
Sure, sure, no hurry.
That's loud enough.
I apologize. Thank goodness I have a tech person.
And it ain't me.
But I tried everything he tried. But it wasn't until Mark. Mark, you helped signing off, signing back in. But I didn't realize like I would close the window and I thought that was enough. And we rebooted our computer. That didn't work either. So anyway, we will get
Okay,
started.
that's-
So today's picks, this month's picks.
Hello, can anybody hear me?
I could hear Bimbo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got you.
Okay.
We got you. Welcome, welcome.
Thanks, Chris.
You're welcome.
Now you just,
Okay, you get to sleep with the shark tonight.
oh gosh.
Candy Graham.
Oh my goodness. All right. So our movies are picked from YouTube free movies. They do come with ads. I'll give that caveat, but you don't have to use a stick. You don't have to use anything. They're absolutely free. If you're on your phone, you open up YouTube, you go to subscriptions. I'm sorry, library, and then it'll be under your movies and TVs. And then in the middle, you'll see free with ads. You'll click that, and then you'll click view all. It's the second line down, and you'll have your choice of 300 movies. And they do rotate some out through the month. Some interesting movies I've seen so far this month are The King's Speech, which I did see in theater because it was quality. And it was an amazingly well done movie. Also, I saw James Cameron's Deep Sea Challenge in 3D. That's kind of relatable to some of the submersible submarine stuff that he's been involved in the past, if anyone has interest in that. And then there's, of course, a lot of things for kids for the summer to watch that are PG and family friendly. So I want to thank everyone for coming. My lovely assistant and her hand puppet, Mr. Shark, who hasn't been named yet. She almost left him in a restaurant. I could just picture us getting in the car and then her having a fit and crying until we got the shark back again. That was almost scary. But anyway, so we'll start with our picks this week. Mark, if you would like to start us off, then Mrs. Hopkins, then we'll do Bimbo and myself.
Okay, I start off with what I watched, right, in my
Yeah,
review.
with what you watched. We'll do one of yours that you watched, and then we'll go on and rotate.
Okay, this one was called "Wouldn't It Be Nice."
Wouldn't it be nice if your computer worked the first time?
Wah, 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 wah. Definitely, you're right,
I
though.
can relate to that.
Now it's the Beach Boys, story of the Beach Boys. It's
okay,
it's an
cool.
older documentary, but it starts with their beginnings, introduces them, and progresses through the career of the Beach Boys, touching on key aspects, key songs that came out. I found this whole thing, it was rather boring because it was older, a little dated, but I did learn a lot. But it did get exciting when they got into the Brian Wilson's battle with auditory hallucinations and other mental illness.
Yeah.
They really spent a lot of time on it. They began it with how he was just using pot in the beginning, but he tried LSD and he got a real liking for LSD. Too much.
Did he play with hand puppets?
Yeah, I think the hand puppets were involved, probably numerous times, Bimbo. But it really fucked his head up good. So he yes.
Somebody never took LSD and didn't need that, so he should
Yeah,
just
he
hang
took
out
a
with
lot of
Bimbo.
it. He
Yeah.
ended up getting admitted to psychiatric ward in 1968, and they diagnosed him with severe anxiety disorder. But while he was there, they re-diagnosed him with schizophrenic affect disorder and
Mhm.
mild manic depression. And then
Wow.
finally, after they reassessed him and really checked him over good, he was given the label of paranoid schizophrenic.
Wow.
A note, that's when the whole crusade started by his doctors claiming that it was indeed all because of his LSD use that set all this
Uh-huh.
mental illness on.
Wow.
So a little warning. And then after that, it got kind of dull for a little bit. They got into Dennis Wilson's mysterious death in a swimming accident. And then they talked a little bit more about Brian Wilson and not being at the most recent Kokomo reunion.
Mhm.
And then the whole thing just stopped. No closing
Wow.
credit, nothing. It's like the film broke and they never fixed it. And that was the end of the documentary.
They lost everything they were supposed to splice.
It ended
Oh my
up on the
gosh.
floor, yeah.
Or maybe it was in that Sony archive or something
So
that
I don't
burned down.
recommend this anyways, really, to anybody.
Well, I think it's good though that they brought attention to his mental health issues and everything.
Yeah,
And I will say honestly that I was never a fan of hallucinogenics for that very reason.
no kidding, I
So,
know.
yeah, anything man-made scares me. So I
Yeah,
don't know that I trust drug users to dose me properly. So, but yeah,
true.
that's interesting. But it is very difficult to diagnose schizophrenia in the first place. And so I can understand. And I know it's the worst, probably the worst of the worst. But then there are so many people that are underdiagnosed with schizophrenia. So, no, it's good that they did bring attention to that. So, Mrs. Hopkins, I'm sorry that you kind of wasted your time there. But Mrs.
I know, I
Hopkins,
learned a little bit from it. It was okay.
oh, that's good.
Oh
That's
no,
good.
it's okay. I wanted to hear about, I love documentaries about music. So
Oh, yeah, I do too.
yeah, this one, the one that I watched, I don't even remember if it was recreations or documentary or a mixture of both. But it
Mhm.
was Who Killed Jean Bonnet. It says
Oh.
drama 2016 in the notes here, and I figured out it was a Lifetime movie, so it might have been recreations. OJ
Yeah.
was brought up a few times. I don't know
Really?
why. I don't even remember why.
That's
OJ was brought up.
interesting. That's interesting because, I mean, the murder happened in Denver, but I know they had roots here in Atlanta. In fact, they moved back here after the killing. And
Yeah.
I think she's
Mhm.
buried somewhere here. Not John Bonet. I don't think John Bonet is buried, but I think the wife, I don't know.
Oh
But
yeah, the wife had died.
yeah.
The mother.
So
Mhm.
interesting. Well, I guess there were bits that were true in it, obviously.
Yeah.
So it must have been more documentary than I don't know.
Maybe, but since it was yeah, I think it was. They do a lot of recreations on Lifetime movies.
Yeah. Well, a friend of mine used to say, yeah, they have so much trauma. They could have been they have so much drama in their life. They could have been a Lifetime movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Lifetime has a reputation. So, interesting. So would you recommend it or no? If you're true crime?
If you're true crime, yes.
Yeah. That's good.
True crime.
That's good.
junkie, yeah.
So Bimbo, did you do your homework at all? Or did you just play with the fishes? She
Yes,
can't
I
be
did my
sleeping with the
homework.
fishes. I'm gonna go take her back to the frickin' aquarium and dump her in.
Yes, I did my homework.
And so what do you have for us?
The first movie was actually, I remember from last month. Our friend Bopak mentioned a movie called Panic in Year Zero. I don't know if Bopak is listening, but he should be ashamed of himself because this was probably one of the most boring movies I have ever seen in my entire life as a human. Somehow it got a 67% Rotten Tomatoes. I'd have given it a -8. Okay, it's called Panic in Year Zero. So you would think, oh my God, there's monsters and things. No, there's no monsters. There's no mutants. Just a bunch of people shooting each other. Okay, so there's a unknown atomic bomb comes from somewhere that hits Los Angeles, San Diego, and San Francisco.
Yeah.
Now that's going to be one hell of a bomb.
No, I had to come
Atomic
back.
bomb comes from
Yeah.
somewhere. And it was actually directed by Ray Milland, and he starred in it too. And
Oh, okay.
and so they're pretty much doing a lot of driving around. And this was well before Fast and Furious, but they weren't driving fast. They weren't furious. No monsters were chasing them. Nothing was happening. They were just driving around.
After a nuclear blast. That was the whole movie? Basically?
Almost. Okay, but then they end up going and they take refuge in a cave. And if anybody was wishing that the cocaine bear would come out of the cave, this is when you want to root for the damn bear. Say, come on, where's the cocaine bear?
Are you going to give away the whole plot to a bad movie?
No, I don't give away the whole plot. And then there were 3 hoodlums that come and terrorize them in the cave. And there was a bunch more shooting. And
So driving, terror, shooting, caves.
Actually, Frankie Avalon starred in the movie too, and he was the son named Ricky. And you were so waiting for Frankie Avalon to break in for a song for no reason, just to give this movie some kind of purpose. Because it was nothing. It was. And I intentionally tried to stay awake just so I could see, okay, what's going to happen? Nothing.
Nothing happened.
Nothing.
It's a movie of nothing.
And the final line of the movie, to sum this whole thing up, it says, that family is among the good ones. They escaped radiation sickness. And that's the last line of the movie.
That's terrible.
And I'm thinking, the hell did I just watch?
And I wonder how much that made at the theaters.
And so the movie was so bad that Misfit was sitting, on my desk. Misfit fell off the desk just because she was horrified at it.
Oh my God. That's bad. That's bad when Misfit gives it a bad rating.
Everybody's a critic.
Oh,
That's all right.
it was
That's right.
terrible. It was terrible.
Yeah. Sorry to put you through that.
And
Thanks for taking one for the team.
And trust me, I almost felt like taping my eyes shut so that I wouldn't have to watch the movie. I could only hear how bad it is. But I didn't have any masking tape up there. I just had clear tape. So when I did it, I could still see the movie, but it was blurry.
Yeah.
It was just horrific. And I remember Bopak had mentioned this. And
So we're blaming Bopak?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right, Bopak, you hear that?
You were to blame for making me suffer through Panic in Year Zero, Misfit for falling off the desk.
Yeah.
And I actually, in the process, was eating cashews. And Misfit, when she fell off the desk, hit my bowl of cashews. They went all over the floor. Some of them rolled underneath my desk, and it was just a mess. The whole movie was a mess. It was
Sorry.
hideous.
Sorry to hear that.
Called Panic in Year Zero.
I don't think we need to know the name if it was that bad.
Oh, it was.
That'll be all right. Thank you.
Yes, yes.
Next.
Next. So I was trying to give the Bronte sisters a second chance. So, I watched Jane Eyre last month. So now Wuthering Heights popped up by her sister. So I
Oh.
decided to give that a try.
Wow.
Now, I guess these women, they were kind of, so I don't know. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be after having watched Jane Eyre and her wretched relationship in the movie. But I also talked to Cat Daddy's son a bit, and he kind of changed my mind. He was like, oh, you're being a little bit too harsh. You got to remember the period that this was in. And, Johnny talked me down off my, I guess, high horse a little bit. But, it's a period piece, and weak women were all the rage, and class was very important. If you like Downton Abbey, it's going to be along those lines.
And Cat Daddy's son is a English teacher,
Yeah,
and he's
a bibliophobe.
And he reads all of these sort
Or
of
not a bibliophobe. He's a what do they call him?
He's a
Anyway,
biblionaut.
yeah. All he's doing on his summer break from school is reading. And he has a list of all the books he's going to read.
And so
this
you know what
summer.
he's doing this week? He's taking care of the Cat Daddy.
Yeah.
Who's called me 14 times today.
Yeah. So anyway, so kind of giving that, it's kind of lightened my look on Jane Eyre, but I'll give it an 8. And after all, both are classics. Emily's female lead definitely had better taste with her love interest being he was just like a lower class employee. But in Jane Eyre, the female lead she ended up picking an abusive, egotistical, misogynistic beast, in my opinion. He was just terrible. But I guess that was the equivalent of the long-haired bad boy back in the day. So yeah, I'm going to stick with giving it an 8. And so we'll move on now to your next pick, Mark.
Oh, me. All right.
Yes. But definitely worth a look. I mean, it is a classic. So if you don't want to read the book, you want the abridged version, watch the movie.
Okay.
Okay,
I watched
do I have to
something
watch the
called-
movie?
No.
I watched something called The Prison State. It's a Tubi production, and it's one of those. It showcases a neighborhood in where was it again? Tennessee, called Beecher Terrace. It's a low-income housing complex of 758 apartments, and it's just run down and dilapidated and in bad shape. They showcase 4 individuals who were incarcerated from that complex, and they showed them process as during their incarceration, during trial, and onwards. It's typical of that sort of documentary. You've probably seen one before where it showcases a prisoner, tells you their life story, and so on. It was just one of those, nothing different. It was interesting because it did have happy endings for all 4 of the inmates when they were finally released and reunited with their loved ones. I would have preferred some trauma, perhaps, something bad to happen to one of them in particular, but I wasn't the producer. So again, I found it typical, boring, and I don't recommend this to anybody.
Sorry you lived through that.
Thank you.
Oh gosh. All right, Mrs. Hopkins, what you got? Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't hear her. She muted herself, I think.
Hey, Mrs. Hopkins.
Oops, there it is.
There you,
You hear me
oops,
now?
there it
There
is.
you are. Yep.
Oops, there it is.
All right.
Get it, girl. Oops,
All right,
there it is.
All right. Okay, my next one was Patient 7 from 2016. It was excruciatingly hard to watch. I don't know. Do you want to torture yourself? Anyways, there was one single mini story that involved a demon or alien hybrid. I'm not sure. That's what I gathered off of it. Mostly thumbs down.
Thumbs down. Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh.
I think we
What
have
was
a
the name
trend
of that
tonight.
again?
It was Patient 7.
Wow. It sounds like it'd be a freaky. What is it? A drama or horror or kind of?
It's a horror, yeah.
Yeah.
It's strange because it had like different scenes. I guess like what happened to the patients that were in this asylum and like all the trauma that they went through to get them there. I think that's what that was.
Yeah,
about.
I don't think I could even have finished that one. Yeah, if I'd pulled it up and saw what it was, I probably would have been like, nah.
Oh, come on. I suffered through year Panic Zero.
I suffered through you all day.
You heard that, right? And so I ended up, and so first of all, because I told you that I was coming up here to look at property, I thought the name of the city was called Dracula. It's not, it's Dracula. And I'm saying, where's Dracula? Where's Dracula? Only to realize that there's a town called Dracula in frickin' Romania, and it's a suburb of Transylvania. Nobody told me. Nobody bothered to tell me.
I
Hello,
knew.
Vanessa Kitty.
It's amazing what
I think I
one.
saw that in a Dracula movie.
Yeah.
The one from '92.
Yeah.
Hey, Vanessa Kitty, welcome.
Yeah, that one wasn't good either.
Good to see you. How you been, girl?
Oh my God, Mrs. Hopkins, and I actually saw this, the new Renfield movie.
Oh,
with Nicolas Cage.
yeah.
That
Yep.
is horrific. Oh, and did you like it?
Yep.
I
No,
didn't see it.
pretty cheesy.
Oh my God.
I think the last Nicolas Cage movie I saw was Gone in 30 Seconds. It was awful.
No, see, now that's pretty good because that's a lot of good car stealing.
No.
Not that car
Get a
stealing
job.
is good.
Get a
but-
job.
Okay, so
Get a
whose turn is
job.
it?
It's yours.
Mine?
Yeah, but you may have forfeited it yours with changing the subject.
Well, no, see, because
Stay on topic.
because my original pick was a movie called Black Sabbath. And I said, oh God, that's got to be great. Fortunately, I didn't get to finish watching it because, they had taken it off. And it was a episodic movie. And it had 4 different episodes. And I only watched the first episode of the 4 of them. And if you know anything about movies, it's a 1960s Italian movie. And it was just so poorly made. So I'm saying, oh my God, I got to watch 3 more of these things. No, but my luck, they took it off. I said, oh, thank God. So I ended up changing my pick to a movie called Time Trap. And this was definitely my kind of movie because there's a guy who's an archaeologist and he explores a cave system. And him and his students, they're going to do some research, but he goes out and researches the cave alone. And in the middle, it's actually good because it's a short movie. It's only 95 minutes. It's not like the Avatar, Revenge of Water, which was like 7 hours. And I sat through that, and that was hideous too. But so there's like a half hour of just walking around a cave, spelunking. And I, could have gone and made dinner. But so this archaeology guy, Hooper, these students who tells not to go in the cave looking for him, of course they do. They go and they look for him. And they find that the farther they go into the cave, time actually distorts itself. Because and if you don't know what that is, it's where like time will move slower in spots or faster in some spots. And they run into like some cavemen from like the Neanderthal age who had been trapped in the cave, showing you how, time was, distorted. And so they can't find their way out. And I'm going to give the end of the plot just because it's cool.
No, don't give the end of the plot.
No, because it's.
I don't even read synopsis before I watch a movie.
Okay, and so they're trying to figure a way out because every time they go down a different path, they're in like a different time.
Giving too much away.
So anyway.
So anyway.
The end of the movie, out of the ceiling, a like time portal opens, and somebody reaches down and grabs them and pulls them through the time portal. They end up in a space station looking at Earth. And so
That's pretty weird.
Yeah, so it just goes to show you, like the time-space continuum. It was definitely my kind of movie. I actually could sit and watch it again.
Well, nobody else will because they know how it ends.
Oh, you want to fight with the shark here?
I'm going to give you hell when we get off. It's going to happen.
And like I said, it was from 2017, and I give it my opinion, a 85% rewatchability. Like I said, I could watch it again. No, but there's a lot other stuff that goes on. I didn't tell everything. Okay, because there's a bear that's in the cave.
Oh, Jesus, stop it.
No, there's a bear in the cave.
I'm going to mute you.
And you know what kind of bear it was in the cave?
A cocaine bear?
Yes, it was, but he was the first cocaine bear.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay, because he got because he got trapped in the cave, and then the rest of his family were able to escape the cave.
Stop.
It's a very good movie called Time Trap.
Leah, she may not make it back to Florida though. I have a big yard and I have shovels. All right. So, hey Vanessa, you going to do anything this summer that's fun? Let me know in the comments. How about you, Leah? So the next movie, the movie I watched next was Dracula Dead and Loving It. I was kind of disappointed. I hate to say it. This is a Mel Brooks film, and it had Harvey Korman. I mean, it should have been, and Leslie Nielsen was the lead. It should have been so much better. It should have been so much better. It wasn't nearly, well, it's hard to beat History of the World Part 1, so I'll give them that. However, like, there just weren't many, like, guffaws, I guess.
Right.
They were like,
it's really not that funny.
no, I think, and it was entertaining. I guess I'll give it a 6, but I agree with a commenter, and it was at the top of the comments actually. And one of the lines was, "Yes, I'm scheduled to meet with Count Dracula." And then somebody said, "Dracula." And somebody else said, "Dracula." Somebody else, "Dracula." And the fourth person goes, "Scheduled." Like Canadians say, we say scheduled, y'all say scheduled. And so that was the kind of funniest line, was the Canadian pronunciation of scheduled.
That's it?
Yeah, and that was in the beginning of the movie. So after that, it kind of just, it was amusing, but nothing else. So yeah, sad to give it a 6 because I love Mel Brooks and I love Harvey Korman. And Leslie Nielsen. It should have been better. So maybe they were off their game. And he's really good about letting people do a little improvisation too. So I don't know.
And Harvey Korman used to be great at that.
I love Harvey Korman.
Yeah.
I mean, he would crack people up, and Tim Conway, all those guys. I loved them. So yeah. So Mark, what's your next one?
I did a changing on the go this month and changed my last one. Originally it was going to be American Meth, but I watched instead the Terry Kath story. Now Terry Kath, Kath, Kath.
Oh, okay.
He was from Chicago.
He was the lead guitarist for the band Chicago. He was the one that his famous last words was, "Don't worry, it's not loaded." And he put a gun to his head and pulled the trigger and shot himself in the head.
Oh my gosh.
Jimi Hendrix at one point said about him that he was the best guitarist that there was around. He was so good. Anyways, this particular documentary is directed and starring his daughter, Michelle Kath Sinclair. And she interviews a lot of past band members, associates, and other people about what a great musician and contribution that her father used to have. It was a good time waster. I enjoyed it. And I recommend it to anybody who's a fan of Chicago's music because it's loaded with clips of live music from Chicago from the old days.
Yeah, I love the old Chicago stuff. They were a great big band. Yeah. They had a great sound. Those horns and percussion and great piano playing, great vocals. They had it all.
They were really good. They had really good vocals.
Oh, yeah. So, Mrs. Hopkins.
Okay. The last one I watched was the Lost in the Wild / Nurses on the Line. J-Lo was in it. And I guess she was supposed to be Italian instead of, is it Puerto Rican or Cuban?
Yeah.
So she didn't really speak Spanish, and she could have spoke Spanish to help the crew out after the plane crash and all that. It felt very 90s, and it didn't age very well. I would not recommend that one.
Gosh, you just didn't do well on your picks this week, huh?
No.
Oh
We
my
had a
gosh.
friend tonight.
Yeah. All right, so Bimbo, you're up.
Wait, okay, because I missed Mrs. Hopkins. And what did she have? Another stinker?
Yeah, another stinker. Yeah, another stinker.
Okay, because I just went to the bathroom. I hope that helped the stink.
Oh, gosh.
I doubt it.
And she brought 2 beers back, like we're going to be here that long. Well,
Just
beer,
in
they're
case.
0 alcohol. They're non-alcoholic beers.
No, they are. They says it right here.
Bimbo gets greedy with her supplies once the journey begins.
Heineken 00.
Okay, so my next one was a movie that I actually own, but I haven't watched it. And it's Puss in Boots from the Shrek, series. But by the time I went to review it, it had moved to buy or rent.
Oh, that's a shame. It must have been really popular.
Oh, yeah. I
Because
mean,
I
it's-
love Antonio Banderas and that. That was
Yeah.
such a perfect pick for that
Oh
part,
my
I
God,
think.
yeah. This is Puss and Boots. And like I said, I have the movie, I just haven't watched it yet. So anyway, I remember being a little kid, watching and reading Nancy Drew. And this movie was from 2007. And if any of us remember reading Nancy Drew, it was good. It was okay. I don't want to give you too much because I got in trouble for doing too much of the last one. So, but just like in the books, she finds herself in some sort of mischief, and some sort of case pops up where only Nancy Drew, who's 13 years old, can figure it out. The DA can't figure it out, but Nancy Drew can.
And it ends with the line, I would have get away with it if it weren't for those darn kids. No.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, it was well written. It's an interesting plot, and it's easy to follow the story because, like I said, if you read Nancy Drew, they're not the most challenging reads in the world. It's not like you're reading Tolstoy's War and Peace.
No, but they're fun.
Yeah, they were fun.
They were fun. And it was a nice fantasy escape, too.
Yeah, and it was considered a bomb because it had a $20 million budget and it only made back $30 million. So it was considered a bomb. And then on Rotten Potatoes. Yeah, Rotten Potatoes. Yeah, we'll call it Rotten Potatoes. It only got a 49%. And so that's why I hate, seeing anything on Rotten Tomatoes because, who is doing these reviews?
Well, I'm going to think on Rotten Tomatoes, it'd probably be a lot more adults reviewing that than kids. I think kids probably would like it.
I mean, because I'm an adult. Well, supposedly.
But do you think kids would like it?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
Totally entertaining for kids. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe there are a lot of parents now who have no idea who Nancy Drew is.
And so
think about it. We're old, most of us, right? Do you know who Nancy Drew is, Mrs. Hopkins?
I've heard of her. So, yeah, I think older cousins were reading her in school.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I think more people like Mrs. Hopkins, they weren't as exposed to it. They may have heard of it. But, I mean, for us, it was Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew were everywhere.
And then, like, some of the comments were that the cast is stiff and wooden. Okay, it wasn't a bunch of, Hollywood, big names in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And they said that it is stale mystery movie cliches, just like Scooby-Doo, which was funny because you said that.
Yeah.
And the guy mentioned that in the review.
Wow.
That it was a stale movie cliche.
Wow. That's
and
weird.
I could watch this again.
But every Nancy Drew book and the Hardy Boys was a cliche. It was all kind of the
Yeah,
same thing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Just a
because you
different
read
story.
you read one book and, just, if she's not, chasing a ghost in an airplane, she's chasing a ghost in like an amusement park, or some guy's wearing a rubber mask.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
Well,
was,
that's too bad. I mean, because
and
yeah.
like I said, I could definitely rewatch it again.
So I got lucky on my third pick. My third pick was Genius. And this movie was indeed genius.
Okay, yeah, because that was my life story, right?
No.
Oh.
No. I won't give the title away to your life story because it may get me demonetized here. Or not
Or
demonetized
demonized.
or kicked off YouTube forever. Genius was a terrific movie, and it was based on true characters. Maxwell Perkins, he was a editor for Scribner's Publishing, and he was an interesting editor because he was one of the first editors in books to kind of give unknown artists a platform. And so one of his first clients was actually F. Scott Fitzgerald, and who was the author of Great Gatsby. He was also the editor and signed on Ernest Hemingway with their publishing company. But the other main character was the novelist Thomas Wolfe, who I thought at first, I was like, that can't be Tom Wolfe of Bonfire of the Vanities and Full Moon and some of those other.
And that's a terrible movie, Bonfire of the Vanities.
Yeah, well.
Oh, the movie's terrible.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
It's terrible. Okay, review it next time. It's terrible.
But so it turned out that it was a novelist, Thomas Wolfe, who apparently inspired other authors that I really like. Well, I normally don't do nonfiction, or I usually only read nonfiction. But I like Pat Conroy a lot. He was the author of The Great Santini and The Prince of Tides, Lords of Discipline. He's written some blockbuster books, Beach Music. Most of his books have been turned into movies because he is such a good author.
Okay,
and he was inspired.
That was a good movie.
That's Pat Conroy, who was inspired by Thomas Wolfe, who was featured in the movie. So I think I'm going to probably check out some Thomas Wolfe books and see what they're about. But Maxwell, the editor, he was just, I don't know, it was kind of an introspective too, because it wasn't just directed at the characters in their life and what they were doing. It kind of made you look at yourself and think, and I don't know. I just loved it. And Colin Firth, I mean, he's magnificent. So I gave this a 9.5.
Wow.
Yeah. I really, really liked it. And it was a period piece because it was the 1930s, 40s. And yeah. And also Thomas Wolfe was from Asheville, North Carolina. Crazy too that he was a Southern novelist that I'd never heard of. So I guess we're at the point where we're going to do our picks for next week. Does everybody have their picks for next week?
Nope.
I don't actually.
I don't either.
Well, you can give them to me. You got my email, easystreet@jen@gmail.
Oh, hello, Jennifer.
Hey, Jennifer. Oh, no problem, Jennifer. Hey, girl.
Oh, you didn't miss anything.
You didn't miss anything because I was like 45 minutes late for technical issues. So I really give kudos to Mrs. Hopkins, Mark, and, well, Bimbo. She stayed awake, at least. So I give kudos to them for hanging in there through my technical difficulties, and Mama B, of course, because I think she's probably over there. Is that true, Mrs.
Yeah,
Hopkins?
she was eating ice cream earlier. Yeah.
Oh, good.
At the beginning,
Good.
she was eating
Her.
ice cream.
Keep her cool. Got to keep Mama B cool. She's the best. Well, good that she's here tonight, too.
Hey, Mama
So I
B.
did.
Oh, she's
Unfortunately, she can't hear today because
Oh.
the buds are all dead. So
Oh, that's
my extra
okay.
buds. Yeah.
You know what I
She'll watch
did?
the replay.
This is what Chris, I bought a bag of Amazon. These were like kids' bulk earbuds. It's a 30 pack of earbuds.
Wow.
Really? Because I
And-
need to take a couple of them home.
And they were kids because I have little ears. I can't do these big round earbud things. I have
Right.
tiny ear holes, so I need to do the ones with the little rubber ends on them.
But
Like
30?
But I got 30 of them for like $12 or something.
Oh, can I buy
Oh,
one?
wow.
You can have
That's
one.
good.
Oh, I
You
can
can
have one.
and they come in different colors, so you can have a couple. But yeah, I love them, and I need to buy a new bag, but they're handy, and I usually take a handful on when I
Okay,
travel
because
too.
that's what the problem was this whole time, Mark, was that these earbuds. were bad.
No,
Yes, it was.
that was the second problem. Remember, we couldn't get video. That has nothing to do with audio.
Yes, it was.
No, video and audio are two separate things. But so my picks for next week are Laugh at My Pain by Kevin Hart. And I guess it's his post accident stand up comedy. I'm going to watch, I think it's considered a classic at this point. I heard Master and Commander was pretty good with Russell Crowe.
Oh, that is good. I've seen that
I've
before.
not
That's
seen
good.
that, but it's a long movie. It's 2 hours.
Yeah.
2 hours and I think 18 minutes.
It's about a boat that sinks. Oh,
Thanks,
it's-
Bimbo.
No, it's
Seriously, I never read about a movie. When I went to see Dusk Until Dawn, From Dusk Till Dawn, I had no clue what it was about going in. And I love that because I was totally freaked out. I was like, oh my gosh, this is about vampires. Now the title makes sense. But I never made the connection because I don't have TV. I don't watch commercial stuff. So I don't get previews of movies or anything like that.
it is a good movie.
So,
Okay, because I
except
do
that the
have-
boat sinks at the
No, the boat doesn't sink. It's not even on a boat.
yes. Which is why I kind of picked it because, you know, I was around boats a lot as a kid. So anyway, my third choice is Hobson Choice, and it's a classic 1954 British comedy.
Thank you, Jennifer.
So anyway, but again, notable movies that I saw this month were a lot of kids stuff for summer. So if you're around kids or have kids coming in, you're sitting or whatever, grandkids, whatever, check that out. The King's Speech, an amazing film, again with Colin Firth. I don't know, he's a great actor. And I think that's the only film I'd seen him in before Genius. And of course, James Cameron's Deep Sea Challenge, relatable to the recent submarine thing. And it's in 3D, so I'm not sure how that 3D works. I may have to just check it out
Okay.
to see what that's about.
Okay, what they do is when you get it, they send you like some special glasses. I think.
Anyway, moving on. I have 3D glasses for my art.
Oh.
Oh, let me say this real quick. If you have art or you go to a museum, take 3D glasses. It will change everything. I mean, it's amazing how paintings show up in 3D.
And so Mona Lisa
It's
is
crazy.
really naked underneath that.
I'll pull out my 3Ds and I'll let you look at some of my art. You'll freak out.
Oh, and you mentioned about, kids, during the summer. If you want to put kids to sleep, just show them Panic in Year Zero. Oh, they'll be out within 30 seconds and you'll have the rest of your day, free and clear.
Oh my gosh.
No, really, that was the most excruciating movie I have ever. It was just horrible.
Jennifer said, oh my gosh, I forgot Bimbo's staying with you. I'm jealous. You'll know what I go through, Jennifer. Holy cow. Can't take her anywhere. Oh gosh. Yeah, have I cooked anything?
No,
No, I threw her some meat and cheese and crackers last night.
And then I got stuck eating, some 3-day-old omelet at Waffle House.
Yeah, but for breakfast, then I made bacon and eggs
And I don't
and
like bacon.
roasted potatoes. So she had roasted potatoes and cottage cheese.
Jennifer, I'm next. Oh, what's it come up? Yeah, okay, but you got to bring your own props.
And then Chris took the day off. So we went to the Georgia Aquarium today. It's the second largest aquarium in the world. It was the first, but I guess Spain decided, well, we're going to up you one. So Spain now has the largest, but it is a phenomenal aquarium.
It is. It was really cool.
It's amazing. And Chris took off work to go with us. So then we stopped by and had an early dinner.
Yeah.
We have leftovers because it was so much. We stopped at, and it's on my YouTube channel somewhere. We stopped at a place called Chinese Daba, and it's a kind of a mix. It's kind of a mix of Indian and Chinese, but doesn't taste like either Indian or Chinese.
It's kind of like fusion.
But it doesn't taste like either.
No, it doesn't.
They do use soy sauce. They do use cornstarch on the chicken
And
to fry it quickly, lightly.
And it was wonderful because I was able to finally order some roasted lamprey, which you know that I love lampreys, and they actually had roasted lamprey. So nothing better than a good lamprey steak. Oh, tremendous.
Now you neglected to mention your appetizer of shark fin soup. That's why the shark has no fins. The whole lower half of the body is gone. So I'd love to thank everyone for coming. Hey, Jennifer and Mark, are you going to do an after show?
Yeah, I think. Oh, yeah, I think I will.
Okay.
And what are you going to
Alright.
talk about? And what are you going to do on your show?
Go. Sorry, Bimbo. What did you say?
I said, what are you going to do on your show? You're
Play
going to sing and
music.
dance? You're going to sing and dance?
I might.
And you're going to get the ghost out there to be on and let her sing and dance?
Oh, the ghost does not sing, please. Don't even start.
Okay, and this cat.
It's not a good thing.
Okay, yeah, because I guess Chosen One's going on at 10.
Oh, is he?
Well, that's what Jennifer says, yeah.
Oh, I'm not gonna compete against that. Nobody will come over. Everybody will be on his channel because we share a lot
I'll
of
be there. I'll come.
Yeah.
I'll come watch you, Mark.
Okay. Well, I won't because I got to feed Misfit.
Oh gosh. So we're doing Almond Brothers on the 4th. So we want to do the next show on the 11th.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All righty.
I'll get my 3 right away, Jen, and I'll let you know. I'll leave them on your Twitter.
Okay. Does the
I'll pick
11th
them
work
either
for you,
tonight or
Mrs.
tomorrow.
Hopkins?
It's another Friday, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I just picked out my 3 that I will watch.
Okay.
Okay, just email them to me.
No. Okay. No.
Okay,
What are they?
all right.
Oh, what are they?
We're dying to know.
All right. Really quick. It's The Rewrite from 2014. Beyond the Sky from 2018. And Bob the Butler from 2005.
Okay.
Now I'm
Beyond the
bereft of a
Sky.
pen.
Bereft?
I'm bereft of a pen. Pardon me.
Oh, just write them on some random piece of paper that you'll lose.
Write it on one of Chris's.
Okay.
I noticed when you're going down that free playlist of the free YouTube movies, you can just add to watch later. It makes it very convenient.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's good
So-
advice.
So can you repeat those, please?
Okay. The Rewrite 2014.
Okay.
And Beyond the Sky 2018.
Okay.
And Bob the Butler 2005.
Gosh, I hope you have a better pick this time.
Okay, because I do have one too, that I know that I looked at.
What would that be?
It's actually a documentary. And now don't make fun of me of the title because this is a real movie. Okay. Oh, the name of the movie,
Is the band?
no. Oh, what's the name of the band? No, no, the name of the movie is Why I Like Lampreys and Corn Nog.
Coming to a theater near you.
Yeah. Yeah, from Bimbo Barbarella Productions.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, now I'm gonna have to hold you to that, you know.
Oh, wow. Oh, you don't think that I can make a movie in a month?
You have to make it before you leave here.
I don't have my computer.
I have computers.
Okay, well, I
have
couldn't
multiple
fit.
computers.
Because I couldn't fit the computer on the bus. Okay,
All right. Well, I want to thank you all. Really, I apologize for the technical difficulties. I mean, right? I guess Restream did a change or up. I don't know. Have you gone live lately, Martha?
No, just before Bimbo's last live.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well,
Good luck with that. We recommend if you have a problem, sign out. Like I tried like leaving and shutting it down. That wasn't enough. I had to sign out under my Easy Street account and then sign back in.
okay. And Jennifer says that says, I've heard Jen's a phenomenal cook. You let us know, Bimbo. Well, how hard is it to cook potatoes in a pan?
Come
You know,
on, Jennifer. Come on down. Yeah, the Almond Brothers is the 4th. We'll be doing that. Yes, it'll be a good one.
and like I said, okay, you can include Dwayne Allman and Greg Allman, but that's it. It has to be an Allman brother. You can't have, like
Dickie Betts' solo career.
yeah,
Yeah.
and Butch Trucks and
Yeah.
who else was in the Allman Brothers?
Derek Truck.
Lee Van Helm, Lou Reed. Right? Wasn't Lou Reed in the Allman Brothers?
No,
No,
never.
or Lee Von Helm. You're thinking of the band.
Okay, what band was Lou Reed in? I thought he was in the Allman Brothers.
Velvet Underground.
Oh, I have a quick question. Did anyone here like Peter Ox? Is it OCHS?
Yes.
You know who I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you like his stuff?
Yeah.
So a lot of his was 60s anti-war, anti-Vietnam type protest songs.
And you know who I was listening to? Okay, because before I had to take the bus up here, and I was doing like some cleaning of the house because I know that when I get back, if the house is not burnt down, it's going to be a complete mess. You guys got to listen to a guy, Mike Oldfield.
Oh yeah.
And you would know him from the movie The Exorcist,
Tubular Bells.
Tubular Bells. But there is so much more to him than just Tubular Bells. Because that's all that anybody's ever heard was that. But the whole album.
Well, that was a biggie for him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, okay. Because Mrs. Hopkins is shaking her head, so she's heard it before.
Tubular Bells, yeah.
Oh,
Exorcist.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. And then he did another album after that, and I forget the name of it because I had it on a record, and It's just one of those things that you just play in the background. It's like good ambient music.
I like Gregorian chants for that. But anyway, it's 9:55 and I just dropped my phone. So we're going to close out tonight. I want to thank y'all for coming back. I really love y'all for that. It really means a lot to me. So at least we have this out here. We haven't had many viewers, but we do get some after views. What I think we were up to like 67 last I looked at last week's, if I recall correctly. I can't remember. It wasn't as big as their first week blockbuster, but maybe we'll get some more people coming over as we go. And again, on YouTube, these are where we find our movies that are free with ads, but you don't need a stick. All you need is Wi-Fi. Hey, Addie, good to see you. Mark's going to go live, and oh no, Mark's not going to go live. Chosen One's going to go live. So I would hang out with you and Mark, but he wants to. Yeah.
Yes, Jennifer, you know that you're always welcome.
Yeah. So anyway.
I've been sharing these out on Twitter and Facebook. So
yeah, I
you'll
saw
probably get
yours.
some people coming
Actually,
in.
after we went, yeah, Addie, we had terrible technical difficulties. So even with the tech, we couldn't get there.
And you know why? Okay, because the hammerhead shark, he like bit the cord, and we didn't know it.
He cut the cord, sweetie. Cut the cord. Yeah, if you know the reference, that's from Absolutely Fabulous. If any of y'all have seen
I
that.
remember. Oh my
Cut
God!
the cord, sweetie, darling. Cut the cord.
That show was so hysterical. Oh my God! I used to look, and like there was a bar that I used to go to.
Come on, you gotta be fast.
That used to have like ab fab nights where where if you went in, they would show like Absolutely Fabulous, and they had like drinks were so cheap, and there were people lined up, like just watching the show just because it was so ridiculous.
That was a great show.
And then who's the one who had like the great big hair?
That was Patsy, sweetie
Patsy.
darling. Patsy, sweetie darling. Yes, yes.
Okay, you're never gonna reach that.
No,
I'll get it.
I'll get Monkey Man in here.
I'll get it.
Get Monkey Man with his long
That
arms.
biting the cord reminded me of Coneheads when Mr. Conehead cuts the cord with his teeth, his sharp teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. That was forever ago.
And now that's a funny movie, and that got such crap reviews. That was such a funny movie.
I never saw the movie.
Yeah, we like it.
Corny.
We like it.
Okay, Jennifer, and probably after the Allman Brothers, we'll have to see, what Sweet Mama picks, but we're gonna have like Velvet Underground and some other bands for her to pick.
Yeah, good. Looking forward to
Oh, I
it.
should put Velvet Underground in there already, if it's not there already.
Yeah.
All right, great.
Okay, so who do you have in the little music bucket?
I have Leonard Skinner, and that's it.
Yeah.
I'll put Velvet Underground.
Yeah, okay. Okay, Ms. Hopkins. So pick one more band that you like and add it to the list.
So me trying to end this show has more endings than a Who song.
Well, who are you?
Yeah,
Who are you?
I don't have my book with me right now, so I don't remember who it was besides The Cure. But I think I took The Cure out.
Yeah.
Oh, she picked The Cure last time. Yeah, that was thrown out. So Leonard Skinner and Velvet Underground.
And then, okay, Ms. Hopkins, and pick somebody else. Oh, for
How
that.
come we haven't done Alice Cooper yet?
No, there we go. Okay.
Alice Cooper.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
I
So
can
that's
handle
the
that.
three.
Alice Cooper.
Okay, so Skinner.
Okay, put Alice Cooper in.
And VU.
Okay.
Yeah, we talked today on the way back. We need to also do a song that to us reflects the 70s. But Mrs. Hopkins would have a hard time with that.
Yes. Baby. I'm just a baby. Like that meme.
So hers would be Mary Had a Little Lamb and Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Well, I think you would have more like Latin sounds though, right?
Probably.
Some Latin nursery rhymes. Yeah,
Probably.
that's cute though. Very cute. Yeah.
My dog
So
is over here.
So what are you gonna end the show or what? What's the matter with you?
no, she's doing her things.
Oh,
Or you want to do them offline? Close it. Hey, pup.
There's
Aww.
Leela. You know, I forgot there's
Leela.
a song. There's a song by ZZ Top called Leela. It's just a different spelling of her name.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
Thank you.
And a big lap dog.
and there's also a song by Derek and the Dominoes called Leela.
Well, I'm going to get my phone.
No, wait, no, that's called Layla.
Layla.
Yeah, by Derek and the Dominoes. He had the big one-hit wonder by Eric Clapton. That was, oh God, that is so terrible. And that's just my opinion, but I hate that. It's just terrible.
I wasn't a fan either. So, all right, y'all take care. Thank you so much. Thank y'all for watching. We'll be back on the, what was it? Well, the 4th on Bimbos for the Allman Brothers and the 11th on my channel, and we'll do some more free movie reviews. Y'all have a great week, and we will see you later. Dun, dun,
Bye, everybody.
dun, 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 dun.
Dominant.